let's see what's coming up for Pisces here. With feeling sad about not being recognized in a certain way. Six of Wands is about status, recognition, success, being touted as, the person who comes in on the white horse and saves the day. So the person who is the rescuer or the savior, or just, it's about, sorry, my dog's barking here. One moment. Sorry about that. So Six of Wands is about when you are recognized for your accomplishments, when people see you as an expert in something. Six of Wands, you can see he's got the victory laurel wreath here, and he's coming in, he's got this plumed helmet, he's coming in and saving the day. So this is like when people recognize you as being the expert, having your stuff together. It's about status, reputation, confidence, success, recognition, all of that. This in reverse says that you've been passed over in some ways, or that you're not being recognized for who you are, that you're not being seen for who you are, or you're not being seen with the qualities that you have, and it's somewhat causing you to have some heartbreak or some disappointment. Three of Swords is about, it's obvious with the imagery, it's swords piercing a heart, and these are thoughts. The swords represent the air element, which represents thoughts. So this, Three of Swords in general means heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment, sadness. And the sense that I get is that it's related to your reputation, your status, feeling passed over, feeling not recognized. And it may have to do with this may be old heartbreak. This may be like an old story, or it feels like it might be a repeating pattern. This is the sun setting on something. I call this card picking up the pieces. And you may have a difficult time in seeing the pieces of knowledge, the silver lining that comes with whatever the sun is setting on here. This is sadness after a battle, but it's also collecting what's left over. Again, swords represent knowledge, insight, wisdom, ideas, thoughts. It is a card of what's called open dishonor. So it's like taking things at the expense of some conflict. I get the sense that there is some sadness regarding something that possibly has ended, or the sun has set on it, and it did have to do with someone not recognizing you for who you are, your talent, your expertise, your unique abilities. This is when it's in the reverse, it's like the knight is falling off the horse, not being recognized as the person who is in a place of status, recognition, expertise, success. So this could relate to a breakup, an old one perhaps, Pisces, or it could just being passed over, like for a job, and being sad and disappointed. But try to walk away with some insights. That's what Five of Swords is about on the high side. It's about collecting insights from experience, from potential heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal. You can walk away with the truth. It's kind of funny that this card, it's interesting, Three Swords cards, by the way. Three of Swords, Five of Swords, and Ace of Swords. It's kind of interesting that this portrays this battlefield, or the sun is setting, something's ending, and you're collecting the spoils of the war, or the knowledge, insight, wisdom to be gathered from that. And you walk away with maybe a revelation. Maybe there's a new truth that's recognized. I call this Ace of Swords the sword of the truth. I call it Excalibur. Sometimes I call it the truth will set you free, but it's victory through alignment with the truth. And that's, again, here's that victory laurel. In this case, even though the recognition of you and who you are and your place in the world, your reputation, your status is not being acknowledged, there may be a truth that is gained through having gone through this betrayal, disappointment, sadness, and sort of seeing it from a different perspective, where that thing has ended, that thing has culminated, but you can take something away from it that is triumphant, that is, I'm seeing it in a certain way, is that what hurts you, you then collect some wisdom, understanding, knowledge from it, and you walk away triumphant, having your own truth. I'm almost seeing this as alignment with the true truth with a capital T versus people's perceptions, because Six of Wands really has to do with recognition of the winner from others. Recognition, that's what all these wands are behind Six of Wands, is people holding up wands and acknowledging this person as the winner, as the person with status, as the person worthy of reputation. This is just the truth as it is. This is the truth stripped down bare. And, the clear light of day, it's revelation, it is clarity, it is just the knowledge of things as they are. You may be passed over, there may be disappointment, there may be betrayal, there may be like the sun setting on something, but you can walk away with these truths that really do crown you and really do put you in alignment with the truth as it is, not based on external forces of status, reputation, any of that. Don't get caught up in this. This is a story that actually leads you here. So if you try to resist the disappointment, try to deny it and check out, that's not going to serve you. If you try to resist or defy the way you're being perceived, that's not going to serve you either. And if you try to resist not reflecting on it, resist reflecting on it, if you try to see it as like, oh, that's sad, that was a battlefield, that is dishonorable, it's not fair that they don't see me as I am, or they're not giving me the recognition or the status, you may miss out on some insights that are available to you by just kind of surveying the land, surveying what's true about this situation, what's real, what are these pieces of wisdom and insight and knowledge that I can collect from this. And it's there. That's what you take away. You take away this beautiful sword of the truth, Excalibur, standing with the truth, clarity, revelation. This is a very strong card. And by the way, it's a new beginning. Aces are always new beginnings. So this is like going forward with the truth. It's a great place to be, Pisces. So don't worry too much about this stuff. Look for that silver lining. I'm even seeing with the silver of the sword in the clouds. Look for the silver lining on the clouds. Look for a different perspective. That's what I'm getting also from this land with the sun setting and then these mountains here. There's a certain amount of perspective. Keep the perspective of the truth. Don't worry too much about the status, reputation stuff. That's external. This is eternal. So don't worry about this stuff. Push through it. There's something for you there. And then in the middle of the month, boy, look at all this coins and material energy. 9 of coins, devil, 8 of coins in reverse, 6 of coins. It's a money time for you, or practicality. It's time to get down to business in terms of money, bank accounts, resources, finances, possessions, material things, assets. 9 of coins is about luck. I call this card luxury. I think this card is just called luxury in many ways. 9 of coins is about having self-discipline and reaping the rewards from having that discipline. So this is someone who sets away money for savings or works hard and brings riches to themselves through hard work and through self-discipline. You can see in this card, it's got the purple color of royalty. She's eating grapes. She's got these coins around her neck as jewelry. She's got fine jewels, turban, and she's holding this this pheasant or this falcon that represents, you know, royal sport. So this is really a card of refinery and of luxury and bringing good things to yourself through hard work. This is 8 of coins, which is the card that precedes it. And this means like putting your nose to the grindstone, like working on stuff, whistling while you work, creating things that produce money, the artisan card. So this means like enjoying your savings, enjoying the discipline, the money that you have had the self-discipline to bring to yourself. Like this could be having worked really hard and set some money away. This is you kind of sitting pretty, sitting in a nice spot because you have brought luxury to yourself. And here too is resources. This is 6 of coins. So this is knowledge, money, power, resources, having access to things, being able to use things, having things at your disposal. You can see here there's a balance between giving and receiving. That's actually a secret of wealth, is when you can access that money flow. So I always ask when this card shows up, do you identify more with the person who has the money, who's handing it out? Or do you identify with the person who's receiving it? Or do you identify with the person who's not receiving it at all? This is really 3 different positions in terms of knowledge, resources, power, money. So six of coins has to do with resources and management of resources and access to resources. So sometimes when this card shows up, I say it's a good time to look at your budget, good time to look at your inflow and your outflow, your income and your expenses, look at your relationship to money, and practical things like assets, possessions, resources, knowledge. What's your network look like right now? What is your worth and your value? These are both 6s have to do with value. 6 of Wands, reputation, so the value of fire, that's reputation, status. 6 of coins is the value of earth, so that means like what you have, what you can hold, material possessions, that sort of thing. So middle of the month, this is more about thoughts, how you're thinking about things and coming away with the truth. This is more about being connected with material things. And that's what Devil showing up here too. Now, Devil is concerned with materiality versus spirituality. So the Devil is concerned with like, how much can I get? How many big stacks? I think of actually right now when I'm seeing this smog from Lord of the Rings, like the dragon that governs the gold, that's in charge of the gold, just sort of like rolls in it. And so this card here is saying like, be careful that money does not become your god, that luxury does not become your false idol, your false god. What's really true is the light that's behind here. This is a false thing. And so when we connect ourselves to things that are false, it can be dangerous for us. It's when you make possessions and materiality your god, that's where greed comes in. That's where power struggles and control comes in. That's where it's like being enslaved to money comes in. So this is a nice place to sit. This is like having the finer things in life. This is like having the resources and the money that you want to do the things that you would like, having a nice lifestyle, having access to things. But don't become enslaved to it. Don't let it become your focus, where materiality becomes your god, where superficiality becomes the chain around your neck. It's interesting that in both of these cards, that's an image that shows up in both of these, the chain around your neck. It can be decoration, it can be something you display, but if you go too far, the chain around your neck in the Rider-Waite, there's a chain around a man and a woman here, voluntarily. they forget that they can take it off because they've become enslaved to it. So be careful. Enjoy your money, enjoy your resources, enjoy the finer things in life, enjoy what you are able to have access to because of your own self-discipline, Pisces. But in the middle of the month, be careful that it doesn't become, a god to you and enslave you. Be careful that you don't give yourself over to it, that it's so seductive that it becomes more important than you. And this is saying too, it might be a time to take a break from work. It might be a time to take a break from just grinding out money for the sake of money. Eight of coins in the upright position is a very positive card. It means having focus, having creativity, creating money, again, whistling while you work, doing something that you enjoy, that produces efforts that everyone can see, that have a value in exchange on the market. But in the reverse position, it's like, oh my God, it's the same old grind. Oh my God, I have to go to that workbench again. Oh my God, I'm so tired of this. Like, is this all there is? I get the sense with these two cards together in the middle of the month for you Pisces, along with this like boom, 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 money, 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 and materiality. These are saying don't let it go too far. Don't get carried away with work for the sake of work, money for the sake of money. It's not, don't become enslaved to it, is what Eight of Coins in reverse and Devil card says together. When you become enslaved to money, you become like the guy in the dungeon who's just working away for the master. Money becomes your master. Don't let that happen. Think about what it is that you need. What covers your bases. This is a consideration of resources. Again, I see it as in terms of budgeting, income, expenses, inflow, outflow. What do I need to stay comfortable? What do I need to cover my bases? Where do I get access to things? Am I being paid what I'm worth? This is a real card of assessment of value. But where's the balance? That's what this guy says too. Where's the balance between what I need and what I don't need? What's the balance between what I need for myself and what I can give to others? What's the balance between having and not having? This is a real card of balance. So consider that. And guess what? You're in alignment with the truth here. So these cards say to me, enjoy the resources that you have. Enjoy the fruits of your self-discipline and the luxuries that come with that. But don't get carried away thinking that money is a source of happiness unto itself. Don't become a slave to it. Consider your resources, consider your budget, consider what you need, what you want to have, and find balance there. So mid-month is really a big concern for finances. Don't go overboard in terms of superficiality or materialism. That's a message for you Pisces for mid-January. And then towards the end of January, interesting, you have two nights facing off. For those of you, for certain ladies, you might be having a tough decision between two guys. I'm saying the fire guy is the way to go versus the water guy. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius versus the emotional guy, which is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's interesting because two of swords means dilemma. I can't make a decision. I can't choose between this sword or that sword, so I'm checking out. I'm willfully blind is what this card is called sometimes. And guess what? You're not even admitting that to yourself. So that could be a possibility. It could also be for the male Pisces out there too, that you're having a hard decision whether to be this guy or that guy. I'm going to say be confident, go with action, be fiery. Don't worry about this heart energy stuff. If you have a message of love that's going on, or if there's some emotional side to things, maybe that's not the way to go right now, or don't worry about that. Take action, be courageous, This guy is confident. He can be even cocky or arrogant, but he's willing to take action.